Welcome back to Latte Hour. Hope you all are doing well today. Hope you have a nice hot latte or a cup of cocoa, or if you like iced coffee, that's fine too. Snuggle in and let's go over some things that I found interesting since the last episode of Latte Hour and wanted to share with you all. So one of the things which you may have seen some other folks talking about this is the Corporate Transparency Act. If you have not heard about it, if you own a business, if you filed an LLC, anything like that with the Secretary of State, you are now required by FinCEN to report your beneficiary information, beneficial owners information to them. So you must file a beneficial ownership information report, or a BOI report, with the U.S. Department of Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, better known as FinCEN. They established this to hopefully stop people from hiding their ownership of U.S. companies in all of these different, instruments that you can use. They're hoping that this will help the economy and better help our national security. I also found it very interesting that there are, of course, exemptions to who is required to report. I believe that these exemptions, if you're really trying to look at the interests of national security and the economy, I don't quite understand why these companies would be exempt. So let's go over some of these companies that I found here on the FinCEN.gov website. Securities reporting issuer is the number one exemption. Number 2, governmental authority. Okay, understand that one. Number 3, a bank. Number 4, a credit union. Number 5, a depository institution holding company. Number 6, money services business. Number 7, broker or dealer in securities. Number 8, securities exchange or clearing agency. And then let's keep going down to some more companies that are a little bit in that realm but different. Number 15, accounting firm. Number 16, public utility. Okay, that makes sense. 18, pooled investment vehicle. Don't know why that one would be exempt. And of course, all the way down, number 23, which is there are 23 exemptions, an inactive entity. So that, of course, makes sense. Number 21, a large operating company. I thought they were trying to protect the economy, though. These are the people who make the most money. These are the people who are using the tax law to find all of these credits and deductions, right? And so another way to possibly meet the exemption criteria is your revenue. Company that reported more than $5 million in gross receipts or sales in the previous year and satisfies other exemption criteria may not, and this is that's end quote, they may not have to file. So I'm just really curious how this helps the economy and helps national security, because probably the biggest violators of these 2 points that they say this will contribute to aren't small businesses. I believe it's an undue burden on small businesses who do not have the staff to take care of even this one extra piece of paperwork. Not to mention, I believe it's wholly unconstitutional. So what is this law really about? Is it a big brother law for us common people that all decided to go and file LLCs during the pandemic? I don't know. But if you are very much interested in how this is going to play out, as I am, please contact your congressman. Okay, so the This act that is requiring you to file is the Corporate Transparency Act, and of 2024. It was enacted as part of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021. And so I think that we all need to talk to our representatives, write to them, whatever you need to do to contact them to let them know that you would like this piece of the National Defense Authorization Act of 2021 to be amended or rolled back, amended or rolled back, whatever that terminology is. To all the lawyers, please put that in the chat if you know. But I see here there was a recent development. This is on March 1st, 2024, where a U.S. District Court for Northern District of Alabama held that the CTA was unconstitutional. So this is kind of limited, so we'll see what plays out here, but I'm hoping all across the country that people will rule this unconstitutional, because with all the exceptions to the CTA, I don't see how it's protecting us in by way of national security, and I don't see how it's protecting the economy. I see it as a big brother move by the government, and I believe we're looking at government overreach at this point. So that's something I found interesting. That was just one of the issues that I wanted to bring to your attention today. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to what our elected representatives are voting on, right? Are they really representing you? Make sure that you give your opinion. You write them. Go to the Federal Register and make sure you're writing your opinion about things that they're asking about, because freedom must be maintained, and so we all have to do our part. And so moving on, another thing that I found interesting is there's a certain coffee company, since we're in Latte Hour, that is now allowing personal cups. I really don't know how I feel about this. To me, it's like a buffet saying we're now allowing personal plates. I don't know. I just feel like there is going to be a health issue that's going to come from this. And to be honest, these places were increasingly becoming less clean. When I go in, I see the counters a mess, array, no one's cleaning it up. They're just operating like that and continue to fix your coffee. So I don't think adding that customers can use personal cups is a great idea, considering some of the other things probably weren't being upheld. So that's just something I found interesting. So moving on to the next topic is just, I hope you guys out there are taking care of yourself. I know in this fast-paced world, we can sometimes forget to take care of ourselves. So you'll see on my channel as well, me just kind of doing my daily activities, trying to live a slower paced life. And I'm hoping you guys will watch those, enjoy them, and relax while we all try to live a slower paced life where we get back to taking care of our families and ourselves, what's really important. So hopefully you all can appreciate that. I think taking care of yourself is the best wealth you can get, because of course the saying is health is wealth. So I think that must be an absolute priority, especially for people who are taking care of a lot of other people in their life, whether that be children, or you're taking care of your mom or your dad or your grandma or your granddad. Make sure you're taking that time out to take time for you. If you're a first responder, then you're, by your job title, you're taking care of everyone. So make sure you're taking care of you as well. And so that leads me to another thought, where always look at the silver lining when I see a natural disaster that might knock out the power, or cause us not to live life normally. I always think to myself that the silver lining is that people can hopefully slow down. Now, if you're a first responder, maybe that's not your reality. But if you're not, I think it's a sign that we just need to slow down and, looking even further into the future. What does the work culture look like, especially with AI? What does the economic model look like? Or do we still need a 40-hour-a-week economic model? Can we cultivate good citizens to where if they're not busy, they're not getting into trouble? Because of course we have those citizens that if you don't keep them busy, then they get into trouble. But can we cultivate a society where people are okay living a slow life like it was back then? How do we get there? Because we're at this certain place now where we're overworked, always busy, not able to properly take care of ourselves. So what is the path forward to getting to where we want to go? It's just a lot of questions. It's going to take a lot of thought. But I hope day by day we reach a society where families become way more important than they are now, the way that it used to be. So anyways, guys, those are my thoughts for today. And again, Latte Hour is not a complete hour with this podcast, but enjoy the rest of your latte if you got any left, and use the rest of the hour to enlighten yourself about things that you kind of wondered about but never had time to. So I hope you're using the rest of the hour to do that. But anyways, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk again. Enjoy. Bye now.